First time in shoulder pads, how'd it look? And
Yeah, really good. I mean, I was really impressed with the physical part of the game. Like seeing the O-line and D-line battle on the line of scrimmage. And, now we got to see what real football is going to look like with our offensive scheme and see how we can put it together and test some of our guys on defense. So I think overall it was a really good day. I was really pleased with today's practice. Having a day off yesterday, you can tell their legs were back and they're a lot more fresh. So really excited about what we saw today, and I'm excited to see the film.
Do the first 2 days feel like almost like just like a walkthrough because you don't have those pads on?
A little bit. I mean, you're running around, and guys are excited, but you have to go through that acclimation period. And so I think that for us it was needed because it's more of a mental thing, and then getting our legs right. And then once we were able to hit a little bit today, I mean, we're not in full pads yet, so we can't tackle to the ground. But now for the line of scrimmage, it's all live anyways. So it was really good. And having our linebackers flow the ball and having our running backs be able to get a good, clear picture of the run game. It's hard to do that when there's no pads on, but now Jamal and Algie and Squally and Riley are able to see the holes and be able to get knocked back on the line of scrimmage from the O-line and make plays off it. It looks a little bit more like what they're going to see in the game.
You say you're this tight end, Solomon Wolfgram, who never played football before. What did you see in him that made you?
Well, he's a great basketball player, and he understands body position. And Chad Lewis played basketball really well. Dennis Pitta, a lot of those guys that were really good tight ends here had great basketball background. So understanding body movement and being able to block people out, I think, is good for establishing position as a tight end. And he got a lot bigger being here in our off-season conditioning. So we'll have to see how it all comes together. I mean, obviously, learning the game is going to be the hard part for him because the physical part of it he understands. But all the other tight ends did a great job too. Troy's doing great there, and we were seeing a lot of good things from the guys that were already here, from Tanner and Braden, all the guys that play in that position. So we're good.
When you say you're really pleased with today, what are a couple of takeaways you're going to take into the film room and the team rooms?
Well, the physical part, I'm glad we don't have to really teach too much of that because I think it's ingrained in these young men, and they want to hit and they want to play. But it's being able to consistently learn with the pads on and how to work together, and also learn, for defense, learn where your help is at and where you really can't let someone pass as far as leverage and spill. And for our offense, just being able to move people off the line of scrimmage and block people, that's huge for us. So the next part and the next phase is to be able to tackle and break tackles, and we'll get there. But I'm pleased with the way the throw game's going, obviously with the 2 quarterbacks that are really experienced, and then the run game's looking really solid with the O-line. I was really impressed with them today, and really impressed with the running backs as well. So defensively, we got some work to do, but the physical part they had there. I mean, I would say defense won a fair share of theirs, and offense did too. So I'm looking forward to seeing the film.
What do you hope to get from Travis Tuiloma this season, and maybe how soon?
Well, a lot of that depends on his injury and his recovery. So I'm not going to try to force him on the field if he's not ready. We want to make sure that he can get quality reps on film, and that he feels 100%, and then we'll be going from there. So it's hard for me to say. That's the medical field's not my expertise, but as soon as he's ready to go, then we'll ask him to get on the field and make some plays for us.
Some of the any updates on injuries or other things that have been developed in the last 2 days, roster-wise, that you're comfortable talking about, guys that are pretty close to possibly coming back?
No, none right now. I mean, trust me, once I know, I'm anxious to let you guys know too. So that's, it's not like I'm trying to hold secrets forever.
Do you know when you're going to have your first scrimmage?
We're gonna scrimmage. We're gonna scrimmage a little bit probably on Saturday. I think we'll do some scrimmaging, and then we'll gauge it depending on how much live work we get Wednesday on. So Wednesday to Friday, we'll see how we feel as a coaching staff and our players feel as a group. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna do some live stuff on Saturday. How much, I don't know.
You set up your practice plan. How much have you leaned on Ed a little bit because he was a head coach before, and then, of course, your previous experience with other coaches?
Oh, a lot. I mean, Ed knows what he's doing. He's done it for 8 years and running a program, and obviously he's a huge help for me. But, I mean, there's a lot of guys that are here that have been around great head coaches themselves. Ed been around, Harbaugh and some great ones. And so for me to be able to connect with everyone. And Ty's been around some great coaches as well. So just getting the information is important, and it's huge for me to be able to lean on a coaching staff that has a lot of experience that way and been around a lot of different great coaches. And so we're gonna gather as much information as we can, see how much it applies to our team, and then go from there. But he's been a huge help. That's why I made him the assistant head coach.
You're a smart guy.
Yeah. Anything else?
Anything with the reasoning behind doing the royal blue jerseys for defense? They've been in the white in the past. Or is it just preference?
Laundry. White gets dirty really easily, so that's probably number one. And it just looks really nice. So the offense wants to wear the royal one, once in a while, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, the white's going to be involved too. I don't know. Some people said it was difficult to see the difference between the two. I don't. It looks good to me. So we'll just keep practicing that way.
After watching the fights on Saturday, which one of your teammates or which one of your players would make a great MMA fighter?
None of them. None of them will make a great MMA fighter right now. Right now, they're all great student athletes, and that's all that matters.
What about coaching staff?
Coaching staff, well, there's a bunch of guys that could, but we're all way over past our prime. So if you ask anybody that's married, their wife would probably be the best MMA fighter in our whole staff. I could probably picture a couple guys that could take it to the ring, my own even. So
Was that a good team building experience?
it was fun. I mean, it was good to get up in Salt Lake City and be around people and have them watch some fights. I mean, a lot of them are big fight fans. Some of them haven't never been to an event like that. And I think the UFC hasn't been around Salt Lake City very often, so we wanted to go support that and be in the community. And we're gonna be taking a bus ride up to Salt Lake City later on this year, so just get used to doing that stuff and having these guys be around each other. So it was a really cool experience, and we just let the guys that get paid to fight in the ring. That was a good experience for those guys to see that. So Court McGee did a great job.